Wonderful. We are so happy you guys decided to join us on Friday night. We're on day 5 of our stress break. And I am so excited tonight that our topic is equanimity, which is a fancy way of thinking about balance and surfing waves, the waves of life, how we stay balanced. And we have uh, an amazing speaker. I'll introduce her in a minute. Just wanted to say thank you for joining the stress break. This is new. We love your feedback. You're going to get asked, at night. We hope you'll fill out that quick survey, 1-minute survey about emotions and how this is how helpful this stress break is or isn't. We're open to feedback. So, um, let me introduce Cheryl Shah. Cheryl is a expert master teacher of mindfulness and mindful skills. She had a first career in finance and corporate experience in leadership roles, very high demanding and stressful lifestyle. And she then left that and went back to one of her first loves. She discovered meditation in college, MBSR, and is a personal expert in self-compassion training. She teaches both through her practice and through the UC San Diego Mindfulness Center. And we are so lucky that she is one of our expert teachers for our class at UCSD on climate resilience. And if anyone is at a UC or knows people at a UC, you're all welcome to take this class. We'll put the link in at the end. So welcome, Cheryl. Thank you. Oh, we're also going to have
Thank
a
you.
little time for Q&A. At the end, we'll get to interact with Cheryl. So we look forward to that. This is a Zoom meeting. So at the end, we'll turn our screens on and chat more. Also, if you want to say where you're from, that's so nice to see in the chat. Just to, if you'd like to share anything about how you found us too. We are curious. Thank you. Welcome, Cheryl.
Thank you, Alyssa. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with all of you on a Friday evening. As Alyssa said, discovered mindfulness actually in college somewhat. I was always interested in it. But I started off after college working in corporate finance, and then also I have two daughters who are now young adults, 24 and 22, and so I actually know a lot about being off balance, working very long hours while taking care of them. And so when I was in my 20s, I remember reading about equanimity, and it was just such a big word to me, and I never understood what it meant. I'm like, wow, what does this word mean? And the books I were reading, it was kind of above my head. I didn't really quite get it. And so as I went along this path of starting to teach it, um, I figured out that it actually just means balance. As Alyssa said, it's a very equanimity is a very simple, is a very more elaborate word. And in the simplest terms, it's about balance. And so what does that mean? Right. So what it means to me is, when we're resisting a situation a lot. So for instance, maybe I don't like something someone did. And so I'm resisting that. I'm complaining, I'm ruminating in my head. I'm just getting really frustrated, right? I'm resisting what is, right? That's one way. And the other way is with grasping, right? How many of you have ever, let's say, like I just got back from a fabulous vacation in from Thailand. And I came back and I felt very sad because life like just took over really, really fast. And so there was a lot of grasping of wanting the way something to be the way it was. And so that also caused me a little bit of suffering. I had some, sadness, like, okay, life's busy again, right? So, when we're kind of resisting too much or grasping too much, we're off balance, right? And so I know for myself, I'm off balance when I feel very anxious. I have a lot of thoughts of rumination, or maybe I feel sad, right? And so I want to ask you all, now that I've defined what it means, how do you know, like, how do you feel when you're off balance? Just putting it in the chat. How do you all know when you are off balance, resisting or grasping onto something? How do you feel? Emotions, maybe thoughts in your mind? I know many times, like I said, I'll start complaining a lot. Disconnected, numb. Yes, thank you. Complain too much, anxious, irritable. Absolutely. Anxious, irritable, unsociable. Yeah, we might isolate ourselves. Yeah, worry spirals, snappy tone. Absolutely. Yeah, thoughts. Yeah, I love it. That's great. Um, and so, like you said, like a lot of difficult emotions come up, right? And many times what also contributes to this off balance is when I'm overscheduled and I'm very distracted, which puts me in what I like to call autopilot. I'm very reactive. Right? And what really helps a lot is just taking a simple pause. Taking a pause and just kind of checking in with myself. Oh, I'm off balance right now. Right. I'm ruminating, I'm worrying, right? All those thoughts. I can't sleep right at night, right? So it causes a lot of, it causes a lot of issues in life, and a lot of like you said, a lot of difficult emotions that are showing up here for all of you. And so, what I want to do is take you through what's called equanimity or balance practice. Okay, it's going to be about 10 minutes. And we're going to use some phrases in here. And I just want you to be open and curious to this. So, if you're all game, I invite you to just get into a comfortable position wherever you are. If you're lying down, great. Just be very comfortable, whether you're seated or lying down, where you can be supported. And let's begin by maybe checking in with your body, noticing if your jaws are clenched, maybe just releasing them a bit. Feeling the weight of the body on your seat, your feet on the ground. And just noticing if there's any tension showing up in your body. Maybe if the shoulders are tense, we may have had a long week. Our shoulders tend to carry a lot of our stress. You can even send the breath in that direction, maybe even give it a soft touch, sending compassion and kindness to that part of your body. And now let's just take a few deep, intentional breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Just noticing the physical sensations of breathing in your body. Noticing the rising and falling of the abdomen and chest with each inhale and exhale. When you feel a bit settled, just creating an intention to be present and kind to yourself throughout this practice. And so, this equanimity practice is another way of saying that we're trying to cultivate a balanced state of mind where we're not resisting or we're not grasping. We're just here, and whatever is here, we allow it to be here for just this one moment. And so I invite you to maybe even think of a situation where you might be resisting something that you don't want or grasping onto something that you had and no longer have right now. Just the real simple, nothing too traumatic on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe a 3 or a 4. Just thinking of this situation and how it makes you feel, what's happening for you in your body, thoughts, emotions. And now turning your attention to silently repeating the following balance phrases or wishes for yourself. Things are as they are. I am as I am. May I allow things as they are just for now. May I trust in the unfolding. And this too shall pass. Things are as they are. I am as I am. May I allow things as they are just for now. May I trust in the unfolding. This too shall pass. Things are as they are. I am as I am. May I allow things as they are just for now. May I trust in the unfolding. This too shall pass. Simply noticing whatever is happening inside of you right now. And you don't need to force yourself to feel any certain way. Just simply continue to repeat these wishes for yourself. Or maybe there's just one phrase that you want to repeat to yourself a few more times as we sit here in silence. And as you set an intention to have balance in your lives, not resisting or grasping on your present moment experience, can it be whatever it is right now? And in time, this balance can be cultivated as a state of mind as we go through our day and take this pause. This may take some time, so practicing kindness and patience for yourselves and experimenting with curiosity and gentleness and compassion for yourselves to inform the way in which you speak to yourselves when you're off balance, when you're finding yourself resisting or grasping. So checking in with your feelings as you repeat these phrases. Things are as they are. I am as I am. May I allow things as they are just for now. May I trust in the unfolding. And this too shall pass. And as you hear or repeat these phrases to yourself, you may be experiencing a variety of emotions, which is completely normal. See if you can just acknowledge these feelings. Maybe just labeling them may be enough without resisting or grasping or needing anything to change in this moment. And it's helpful to treat yourself with patience, no matter what your experience is. And noticing when you feel out of balance, be attending to your thoughts and feelings and how they are influenced by what you think that you know. Maybe even exploring, expanding the way you see a situation, taking a wise lens view of it, getting a new perspective. Maybe just telling yourself, this is just how it is right now. And now returning the attention back to the breath, inhaling and exhaling. And before we end this balance practice, just taking a moment to reflect to yourself what this experience was like for you. And there's no right or wrong answer. What was your experience? What did you notice? What came up for you? And what do you feel right now? And as we release this practice, The eyes are closed, opening them, bringing the attention back to our Zoom window here. So I would love to hear from all of you. What did you notice? What came up for you in this balance practice? You can put it in the chat. Tough to quiet the mind. Absolutely. Yes. Bigger size. Love it. Peace, self-compassion, relieved. Your shoulders were very tight, Josephine. Yeah. We had a long week. Hopefully you gave those shoulders some love. Heavy chest. So much awareness that I'm seeing with all of you here and the what you're putting in the chat. Yes, I will put them in the chat. Absolutely, Alyssa. Or I'll be okay. Just takes practice. Be patient with myself. Oh, wonderful. So much self-compassion there. Yeah. Yeah. So there is one formula I like to put in here, and it is pain times resistance equals suffering. So we're always going to have stress in our lives. It's not going to go away, right? We're going to have uncertainty. We're going to have change. And that is, that causes us pain. But when we keep resisting or grasping, that causes actual suffering for us. And many times that can be with the way we're thinking, right? Our thoughts. And so just remembering that we if we can allow ourselves with kindness for ourselves in the moment, take the pause, and maybe one of those phrases, and I'm going to put them in the chat right now for all of you, can help you just take that pause. So I'm going to put it in the chat, the phrases I said. And just kind of, I know you were listening to them, but maybe there's one particular phrase or a couple of them that you all may want to practice with, maybe this weekend, when you feel off balance to help with the pause. So, what I usually like to do is I'll take a few breaths, maybe 3 breaths, doesn't take much time. And I like to say, this too shall pass. Nothing's permanent. So that helps me. That's my balance phrase. What resonates with you all? And please, you can either write it down on a piece of paper, maybe a post-it. I like to put it on my computer screen since I look at it all day. So write one down. And if you're comfortable, share it in the chat. What is one of these phrases that resonates and connects with you that you can practice with? In the coming weeks, because there's so much going on in the world. And I know it's a stressful time and so much to do sometimes, and we're just constantly inundated with distractions. So please share it in the chat. Yes. Love it. Trust in the unfolding. Yeah. Trust the process. This too shall pass. Yes. One day I will look back on this. Absolutely. Everyone is on their own life journey, and I'm not the cause of this person's suffering, nor is it entirely within my power to make it go away, even though I wish I could. Moments like this are difficult to bear, yet I will still try to help if I can. I love it. Yes. It's actually an equanimity phrases from when we're taking care of other people. So thank you, Kayla. Fernando, there is never the right time or day to wait to be wait for it to be happy. Enjoy every day to the fullest. Positive spiral of positive emotions. Yes. Yeah.